Here lately I've been hearing sounds like a four-wheel drive going down the road. When you turn the steering wheel this way, it gets a little quieter. When you turn the steering wheel that way, it gets a little louder. I'm thinking it's the front passenger side wheel assembly. I guess we'll find out soon. Anyway, that's supposedly what's in this box. And when I priced these in town, the cheapest one in town was $279. No, the cheapest one in town was $127. And then I went online, and I didn't get the cheapest ones. You can get 2 for $90. These were 2 for $115-ish. This is what it looks like. So what I've done so far, I popped the hubcap off, then I took this nut retainer clip held in by this Carter key, and that's the way it came out, broken in half, all bent up. You're supposed to get a new one every time you replace these. They're so cheap. Why reuse? Anyway, I bought this from a dealership. There's no telling what was done to it before I got it. I don't have my safety glasses on. There's the nut. So just set the emergency brake. I got 2 jack stands. This one's actually too tall to fit. Not if we lay it down. And I've got the tire liner underneath there. I don't want this thing to fall on me. Here on the brake caliper, I've got a 14 millimeter. And back here, holding the bracket that holds the caliper on, is a 7/8. So there are 4 nuts that hold it on. We gotta tap this out of the way. I'm gonna go turn the tire back straight. Maybe get a wire to hold that up. And the 4 bolts. Feels about like a 11/16. So this times 4 holds on the wheel assembly hub. Got 3 more to get out. They're already loose. And there is a ABS sensor in there. I might take it out, get it out of the way first before we break it. Looks like maybe a 10 millimeter. It is up and out of the way. And then there's some grease in there like it's been leaking out. I hear a little noise. Okay, this is the before and after on the hubs. That's the brand new one, obviously. There's the old one. Holes look the same, splines look the same. For the ABS sensor, yes, slightly different, but okay. These look the same. If we flip them over, this one is round, the other one is more shaped like a flower. As long as the lug pattern is the same, I don't care about the flower. Anyway, if you look at the part numbers, BHA 50026. I'm just going to put it back together, and I'll show you each step as it goes back together. Step 1, clean out some of that dirt. So it has to go in this way. Oh, if you want me to spin it. Alright, moving right along, I've got these 4 bolts in. They're tight. We're going to snug up this nut, then we put the brakes back together. That's good enough for now. We'll finish that off once we get the tire and wheel back on, get it back on the ground. Okay, so these 4 bolts are tight. This one I just snugged up. Up next, I've already got my caliper bracket bolts in place. Rotor goes on next. Anyway, my last step before we put the tire on and lower it down is to put the ABS sensor back in. It's in. I gotta put this bolt in and tighten it up. 10 millimeter. And so 129 on that hub nut and then 85 on the lug nuts, and we are done. Okay, the new car key's back in, the retainer nut is on, all the lugs are tight. Time for a hubcap and test drive. Actually, I might do the other side before I do the test drive. And let's get this hubcap on. Let's talk about the tools we need. This is a 14 millimeter flathead screwdriver, breaker bar, a 11/16 pliers, 10 millimeter for your anti-lock brakes. I got a piece of wire holding up the caliper, a jack, 2 jack stands, a rubber mallet. That's all you need. I'll also use the impact wrench. And in my tool list that I mentioned, floor jack, jack stands, torque wrench, and that's all you need. And then these go into the scrap metal bin.